Good morning and welcome to this morning's Bible reflection from our sunny garden here in Bangor. When Reverend Chris invited me to contribute to the series of Bible reflections and to choose a favourite passage of scripture, at first I was a bit at a loss. I wondered, what in all these riches could I choose? Maybe something from the book of Job, or from the Psalms. We all have a favourite psalm, or from Ecclesiastes, or maybe one of Jesus' parables. But as I thought about it, I realised that for me there really is only one passage that I could choose. So I'm going to read it to you, and Reverend Chris has also given me permission to choose my own favourite translation. So I'm going to read today from the English Standard Version, ESV, and the reason that it's my favourite is because I think it preserves the majesty and poetry that the King James Bible inherits from the Geneva translation, but it brings things up to date for us and is slightly more modern in its expression. So this is from that very exciting book, the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 16, verses 11 to 15. So setting sail from Troas, we made a direct voyage to Samothrace, and the following day to Neapolis, and from there to Philippi, which is a leading city of the district of Macedonia and a Roman colony. We remained in this city some days, and on the Sabbath day we went outside the gate to the riverside, where we supposed there was a place of prayer, and we sat down and spoke to the women who had come together. One who heard us was a woman named Lydia, from the city of Thyatira, a seller of purple goods who was a worshipper of God. The Lord opened her heart to pay attention to what was said by Paul. After she was baptized, and her household as well, she urged us, saying, "If you have judged me to be faithful to the Lord, come to my house and stay." And she prevailed on us. May God bless us as we hear these words of scripture. Now, Lydia has been with me since I was 6 years old, when I learned about her at school. And it was very special. I could imagine her very clearly, this seller of purple dye, expensive cloth perhaps dyed in purple. And I wondered what she was like. What a woman of influence she was in that gathering of women by the river, perhaps in a building or perhaps just by the riverside itself, we're not told, but certainly in a place where Paul expected he could find people. And this is Paul's way of conversion. We get the wonderful image of him on his journey, sailing along the coast of northern Greece, hundreds of miles away from home. What an adventure, the wind in his sails, literally and metaphorically, as he goes along the coast to establish the new church in Philippi. And of course we have his letter to that church as well. So here we are, right at the beginning of the news being taken out, Paul doing exactly what Jesus had instructed, going out and baptizing as many people as were prepared to listen. And among them was Lydia, the founder of the church in Philippi, a woman, an important, influential woman and a leader in her community.